Blessed day, everyone! Once again, I am your Bifulshe or best friend for life, Sheila. So, for today, our topic is about the concept of proportion. At the end of this topic, you are expected to define and illustrate the meaning of ratio and proportion, concrete or pictorial models. So, before we proceed, let's review first our past lesson, which is ratio. Ratio is the spoken language of arithmetic. It is a way of comparing two or more quantities having the same units. A ratio can be written as A is to B or A colon B, or by giving the value of their quotient A over B. So I have here an illustration. It says there are two circles and three triangles in a box. Express the number of circles to the number of triangles and vice versa. So, what we will do is we will first draw the figures in the given problem like this illustration. Okay? Then, we will express the ratio of the two quantities, the circles and triangles, in three different ways. First is the word form. You can write 2 circles into 3 triangles is to 2 to 3. Colon form, 2 colon 3. And in fraction form, 2 as numerator and 3 as denominator. Okay, so for our lesson for today, let's define what is proportion first. It is the statement of equality between two ratios or fractions. Each part of a proportion is a term. A proportion can be written in two ways. As to two equal fractions, A over B is equal to C over D. Or using a colon, A is to B is equals to C is to D. Read as A is to B again as C is to D. Okay, so terms in proportions are means and extremes. When we say means, it refers to the inner numbers of the proportion, while extremes refers to the outside numbers of the proportion. It is illustrated below. Let's study the illustrative example. Using a model to show equalities of two ratios. On the left box, we have two triangles that has light colors, and below has 3 triangles with darkened colors, while on the right box it has 4 triangles that has light colors, and below it has 6 triangles with darkened colors. So 2 out of 3 is equal to 4 out of 6. Therefore, the two ratios are equal, so they are proportion. Okay, I will show you how. So 2 over 3 is equals to 4 over 6. Hence, in a proportion, the product of the means is equals to the product of the extreme. So what we will do is we will use the cross multiplication. We will multiply 3 by 4 and we will multiply 2 by 6. If we will multiply 3 and 4, the total is 12, and when we will multiply 2 and 6, the answer is 12. So, upon this illustration, 12 is equals to 12, therefore, they are proportion. Okay, so let's go to another example. Let's tell whether the ratios form a proportion. So, our example is 6 over 14 is equals to 3 over 7. So, the solution is, first we will write a proportion, then we will form a cross product. So we will multiply 6 by 7 and 14 by 3. So when we will multiply 6 and 7, the product is 42. Well, in 3 and 14, the answer is 42. Therefore, 42 is equals to 42. Then, the ratios form a proportion. Okay, another one. So we have here 6 over 11 is equals to 9 over 16. We will try. First, write a proportion again, then form a cross product. So you will multiply 6 and 16, then you will multiply 11 by 9. So when you will multiply the factor of 6 and 16, the product is 96. Well, when you multiply 11 and 9, the answer is 99. Therefore, 96 is not equal to 99. So, your answer is the ratios do not form a proportion. Okay, so another one. Tell whether the ratios form a proportion. 6 is to 9 is equals to 8 is to x. X represent your answer and x is your variable. So what we will do is, first, you will multiply the extremes, the number outside, and means the number inside. So, we will find the product. So, when you will multiply 6 by x, which is the extremes, your answer is 6x. But when you will multiply 9 and 8, your means, so the answer is 72. Now, we will divide it by 6 for cancellation. So, when you divide 6 by 6, you will get x. And when you divide 72 by 6, so the answer is 12. Okay? So, the value of x here is 12. So, let's try by checking our answer. So, 6 is to 9 is equals to 8 is to 12. So, when you multiply the extremes, 6 and 12, your answer is 72. And when you multiply 9 and 8, your means, your answer is 72. So, 72 is equals to 72. Therefore, the two ratios form a proportion. Okay? So, another one. Let's practice. I have here a problem. Let's say both 9 different kinds of fruits for $2.70 at the same price. How much will she pay for 15 different kinds of fruits? So the solution is, let's first identify what is asked. So what is asked is the price of 15 different kinds of fruits Lindsay can pay. Okay, so what are the given facts? Lindsay bought 9 different kinds of fruits for $2.70 already. So what we will do, our plan, our strategy, we will write a proportion and use cross products. Okay, so we will write first the number of different kinds of fruits over the price of the fruits equals to the number of different kinds of fruits and price of the fruits again. So Lindsay has already bought 9 different kinds of fruits and its price is $2.70. So she wants to buy 15 different fruits but she doesn't know how much it costs. Okay, so what we will do is multiply the extremes 9 by our variable and means 270 by 15. So 9, when we multiply 9 and n, the answer is 9n. Then, when we will multiply 270 by 15, our answer is 4,050. Therefore, we will divide it by 9, no? So that we can cancel it. And we will put here n. And we will divide 4,050 by 9. Our answer is 450. So our answer is Lindsay pays 450 for 15 different kinds of fruit. Okay. For our last activity, the problem is in a basketball game, Christian made 6 shots in 10 tries. At this rate, how many shots can he make in 20 tries? So, let's understand the problem carefully. What is asked? The number of shots Christian can make in 20 tries. So, the given facts is Christian can make 6 shots in 10 tries. Okay, so what we will do is we will write a proportion and use cross product. So, we have here the number of shots 6 and Christian can do 10 shots is equals to the number of shots if he will make 20 tries. Okay, so we will do the cross product. We will multiply 10 by n as our variable and 6 multiplied by 20. So 10 multiplied by n is 10n and 6 multiplied by 20 is 120. Therefore, we will divide the both side by 10. So we will cancel 10 and the denominator 10 and we will get n. And if we will divide 120 by 10, the answer is 12. So Christian can make 12 shots in 20 tries. So let's check. Let's substitute n to its corresponding amount 12 to verify if the answer is correct. So 10 multiplied by 12 is 120, while 6 multiplied by 20, the product is 120. So 120 is equals to 120, therefore they are proportion. Okay, so I hope that you have learned from our topic for today, the concept of proportion. You can be able to define and illustrate the meaning of ratio and proportion. Okay, so before we end, I have here a quotation. It says, the quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to their commitment to excellence regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. Okay, so thank you. Happy learning and God bless. And if you have suggestion for a new topic, just comment on the chat box below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.